Hello, Super Nerd friends. This is Becky. I've already uploaded my video, but I thought the sun, right? Oh, wrong one. There's a mirror. The sun, right? My finger, right? The sun over there looked kind of cool, and there are a few things I wanted to say that I didn't put in my video. But I don't think I'll upload this because I think that's cheating. But if I do, well, if you're seeing this, then I did. So, yeah. First of all, Haley, you talked about frame. I'm not entirely sure what you meant by that. I acted like, oh yeah, frame, but do you mean just like context? Or, I'm not entirely sure. I, I thought of something, and I don't know if this is what you're getting at, but, like, I think you were saying that a frame makes a piece of work mean a lot more. And so, like, an example that I thought of, which is kind of tricky because I don't actually know the definition. Oh, the sun is gone. Sort of. Same, wearing my reflective glasses. Is in Once Upon a Time. I don't know if you guys have watched any of that. But it's like the shortest tragedy ever written or told. Is that if you can accept kind of the, I guess it's the headcanon or whatever, that dwarves are named when they get their pickaxe, and their name is written on their pickaxe. If you can accept that, then the shortest tragedy ever is that Grumpy's first name was Dreamy. Isn't that the saddest thing? And of course, like, see, so my question is, like, is the frame for that, like, just knowing the story of, like, the seven dwarves, and, so, or is it knowing that, they get their name on their axe, and then from there, like, basically he broke his axe and he got a new axe, and then his name was Grumpy, but yeah, and I don't know, maybe you should watch that episode of Once Upon a Time. I could probably find it, but anyway, that one was really, really sad and adorable. So I was wondering if that kind of relates to the idea of a frame. I'm not sure. Also along the lines of fan fiction, Haley, when I guess you titled your video, maybe you put a tag in as well, because there are a bunch of suggestions after your video, like the grid of all the suggestions, and one of them was another vlog about fan fiction. So I kind of watched that, but it was interesting. The girl who did that said that I wish I had actually, like, paid attention now, but or I could go back. But there was some author, and he said that every writer needs to write 100,000 words of crap before they can write anything good. So that kind of is sort of an excuse for bad fan fiction, or any sort of fan fiction. And fan fiction is more than that, than just 100,000 words of crap. But and I don't want mine to be crap, but basically it makes me feel better about, you know, that story that I was telling Alexis about that I wrote my freshman year of English. And I guess with anything there's a lot of experimentation that you have to do, and that's mostly why I want to write this, to see if I can, and to see if the ideas that I have can be turned into anything decent, but it's all an experimentation process, and but that whole concept just kind of makes me feel better for all the mistakes that I've made. Everyone says that you learn through mistakes, but I guess that's kind of the reason why I'm okay with, you know, being at home and not doing anything. Well, with where I am now, I'm kind of okay with it, because I've learned, hopefully I've learned a lot, and hopefully that will change my paths in my future. So yeah, maybe my last 4 years have just been my 100,000 words of crap. Yes, and with that experimentation to find out, like, what I was also talking with Alexis about, like, tragedy and what makes something tragic. And see, maybe everything is interconnected. Maybe this relates to frame as well. But you can't just throw two characters at an audience and then have one of them die or have them split out or something. You have to make the audience care about their relationship. So I think it was Doctor Who that got me interested in how you can make something really tragic and how you can make people care about characters. And I was talking with Alexis about this, but Russell T Davies is such a genius, and it probably started with reading The Writer's Tale that he wrote that kind of made me become interested in creating my own story in the first place, which is really weird because if there's anything that's going to terrify a person out of writing, it would be his book, because his writing process is so unhealthy. And his book is very unglamorous about the writing process. And maybe it's not like that for everyone, but it was very honest, and yet that made me want to write. But anyway, Russell T Davies is a genius with drama. And he did something in Torchwood. He had this idea he was going to create it into a TV series, this one idea. And I'm kind of a fan of that. Like, that's why I'm writing this fan fiction. There's one idea I have of Castiel in this certain... It's kind of a crossover of Supernatural with It's a Wonderful Life. I don't know if... You guys don't watch many You haven't watched all the good Christmas movies. You may have watched that one. But that's the point. That's the reason for my fan fiction. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff that I have to fill in because it's going to be really long. And is that the frame? When I took APLAC, AP Language and Composition, we talked about like different theories or actually it was probably UW composition. We talked about like reasons for writing, and some people think that writing is just an excuse to apply different for grammar, was it? See, I should have brushed up on this as well. But there are a lot of different ideas on what writing is essentially for. Is it just to get like plot devices out? Is it just to is plot just an excuse to use literary devices? That's what it was. And obviously plot is more than that, but I guess it can be that. And so my fanfiction is kind of an excuse to make this one idea happen. I don't know. So that's kind of what happened to Russell T Davies. He had this, great idea, and he was going to make something really big out of it. But then he was in charge of Torchwood, and Torchwood was really struggling for plot. But that was the Children of Earth, which is like the best thing ever. It was just 5 episodes. This video's getting long. There are going to be 2 15-minute videos that I've made today. They're going to be completely different. I said this when you can't actually see my eyes because of reflection. Sorry for that, my other glasses are upstairs. But he took that idea and he put it in, and I feel bad for him because that idea just became like one segment of one episode of 1/5, and it could have been so much more. And but it also makes me wonder like how many ideas you can cram into one piece of one work, whether it be a TV series or movie or book. What's the maximum? Because the point of Torchwood Children of Earth was not to convey that idea, but you could have made something similarly sized just based off that one idea. So I don't know, that's kind of interesting. That was probably the saddest episode. There were like 3 huge tragedies in that episode though. Basically his idea was, the whole Children of Earth, I can't go too much into detail. The whole Children of Earth idea was aliens want to take like 1/5 of the world's children. And the government is going to make the government decides to sacrifice 1/5 of the world's children to these aliens, or else the aliens are going to destroy the planet, right? So, they're trying to steal kids and send them to aliens. And there's this one government worker. I mean, he's not very high up, but somehow he's involved with this and he knows what's good. And his 2 girls are going to be fed to the aliens. And he sees what the aliens are using the children for, and basically using the kids as a drug because it makes them feel happy. So it's really horrible in many ways. But so the father is, he's frantic, and because this would be far worse than death for their children, and he and his wife would know that their children are being kept alive and by these aliens. It's horrible. So he goes and he shoots his family and himself. So that was Russell T Davies' genius, brilliant, tragic idea. And he just made you care about that dad so much. And so that's kind of what I want to do. I just want to make people care about my characters, and then tragedy strike. No, I don't know. It's just, his ideas are wonderful, and it kind of inspires me to perhaps try to come up with my own ideas, but it'll be a lot of experimentation until I can get there. So I didn't mean for this to be that long, but I guess no one's home right now and I'm bored, so there you have it. Okay, bye for the second time today. You might not even ever see this. Maybe I'll call you guys and ask if I'm allowed to upload 2 videos in one day. Anyway, I was gonna save all this stuff for the next vlog. Actually, I could cheat and upload this on Tuesday, but I'm probably gonna have a lot to say on Tuesday, so. Love you guys. Bye.